Good morning, Paul Georgie from Allendale. It's October 21st, Tuesday morning. Grain market's a little firmer, led by the soybean complex. The harvest results from the USDA yesterday afternoon put the harvest at 53% complete. That is the lowest since 2009. We're also seeing some stronger markets in China this morning for soybean meal. That's providing a little bit of support here in the U.S. However, the weather conditions improving across the Corn Belt and the Midwest over the next several days should allow producers to be very aggressive in harvesting soybeans. They'll put the corn harvest on the back burner as they try to accomplish the harvest here in soybeans over the next several days. In the corn market, however, the biggest, there's two problems. One of the problems right now for producers is where to go with all of this corn. Talking to customers about the moving grain to the elevator, the long lines, the waiting lines, the inability to get back to the field and move this grain is becoming a big problem. The other side of that coin is our demand. Where do we set as far as exporting this grain out of the country? As of and trying to meet the USDA's goal this year, we've got to have at least 12% greater than average, and right now we're running barely at average as far as export sales go. So that's something that's going to be watched very closely here in the next several months, especially after harvest and after we get this crop stored away. Option expiration, another thing that's affecting trade this week. We've got a large amount of open interest yet in the November bean options at the $9 strike. So we'll see if we move closer to that level as we go into expiration on Friday. South America is getting some talk, especially about the weather conditions down there. They've had some rain over the weekend. Yesterday, they're reducing their dry areas considerably. Expect that planters will begin running again in Brazil. Report out of from Ag Rural, consulting firm out of Brazil, suggests only 10% of the soybean crop planted in Brazil when normal is around 20%. So definitely behind there, but a little moisture and they will be very active in planting. And last year, with the big crop that they were at 19% complete at this time. China did release their GDP last night, came in at 7.3% for the third quarter. That was a little better than what trade was expecting. They were expecting 7.2, however, below the previous quarter of 7.5%, still in a downtrending fashion there, has got the world concerned about demand and growth, and that's going to, in fact, impact the macro markets here in the next several months. The livestock trade news yesterday from the WTO that they did not accept the U.S. Cool labeling rule. They said it's a disadvantage for Canadian and Mexican livestock, so that they have to go back to the drawing board there. And also what that does is it allows a few more of those animals to come into the United States at a time when we're battling in the livestock trade between tight supplies in the short term and potentially larger supplies down the road. Steer weights have increased dramatically from a year ago. Hog weights are still running higher than a year ago. Some are looking at the difference between this year's hog weights and last year's hog weights and saying, well, we don't have that big of disparity anymore. That's very true, but at last year we started increasing the hog carcasses at this time of year. So we're only about 2 to 3 pounds difference in weight in the hogs right now, and that's causing some of the pressure that we're seeing in in the pork cutout values. Yesterday we were down $4.55 again after some $12 break in cutout values last week. So processors in both pork and beef are struggling right now to move this product, and that is continuing to weigh on the pork complex. In the meantime, we're having extremely volatile markets in the livestock complex with limited moves 3 out of the last 5 days in feeder cattle. Certainly a sign that traders are very nervous and very cautious and willing to get in and out of the market at the slightest bit of news. So we've got to watch that for a potential change in trend here, and stay in touch with Allendale's research. We'll keep you informed there. We want to remind everybody that we've got the October Allendale Ag Leaders webinar coming up next Tuesday. Make sure you watch the website and get signed up for that. We've got some very interesting comments coming up, so stay in touch with us. And if you got any questions, never hesitate to give us a call here at Allendale at 800-262-7538. We wish everybody a very successful trading day. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Thank you.